Ladies and gentlemen, dear guests and visitors, I would like to welcome you all to the Bauma here in Munich. And I would like to especially welcome you to the demo site of Komatsu. Great to have you here. We've put together an exciting show for you, and in the next 30 minutes, we would like to show you a variety of Komatsu machines. Now, if you have any questions regarding the Komatsu machines or also the services that we are offering, please do not hesitate to contact my colleagues either here on the demo site or just across the road in Hall C6, where we have our booth. But now, I'd say, let's get started. Let's get started for sure. A very good morning, dear Bauma audience. Come on, make some noise. Are you there? Very good. Great to have you with us here today for our very first show. We started the engines and we are ready to go. Coming in here on my right side is my wonderful colleague Rainer. Rainer is coming in on a PC24MR-5. Over here we have Lars, also a wonderful colleague. Lars is coming in on a PC18MR-5. Now these, as well as all other Komatsu utility machines, are a combination of the most modern technology as well as Komatsu's decades of experience. And the result, well, you can see it right here. We have compact, versatile, and super user-friendly machines with first-class performance rates. So Komatsu is, of course, offering machines in all weights and size classes, and I invite you to check them out maybe a little bit later in Hall C6, where we have exhibited them for you. So now thank you very much to Lars, and thank you also to Rainer. And with that, let me come just a little bit closer to you. Now, we started small. I'd say next, let's go big, and not just a little bit big, but very, very big. So I don't know if you can see behind me, sort of hard to miss, we have Komatsu's PC4000E right there. And all the way up there, I believe, is Matthias. Your lights are so blinding, I can hardly see you. Good morning, Matthias. How are you? Matthias is waving the key. So why don't you put the key inside and start your engine? And he's going to show us a little bit of what he can do. What we have right here is a 400-ton mining excavator. It was developed in Düsseldorf. That's also where it's being manufactured. There you go. You got it in? Okay, so go for it. Show us what you can do. So right here at Bauma, we are showing you the electrically powered version, of which Komatsu already has sold 370 units worldwide. Together with its smaller as well as larger brothers, yes, there is larger versions of this, Komatsu has sold 1,700 large excavators to customers all around the world. Now, some of these machines, they were delivered as early as the 1980s. They are still up and running today, and they have operating hours amazing 170,000, and there is no stopping them. So we've gotten a couple of quick facts together for you that you might want to know. Now, I said there's a lot of power in this. How much power exactly? 7,200 volts are in action here. And if you would like to check out the power cable that we have in the back, it is gigantic. Also, in the back, we have a special entrance door through which you can be led in onto our little demo area here. So if you want to take a picture inside the bucket with, let's say, your 35 closest friends, you can do that, and I can guarantee we're going to put it down so you can just step in easily. You don't have to jump up to this height. Now, Matthias over here, he said to me, you know, I'd really like to drive this mining excavator to Bauma, you know, just drive it there in one piece, but we said it's just going to take too long. The top speed here is only 2.1 kilometers an hour. So we had to take it apart into 16 heavy-duty trucks and then reassemble it here, and I think they did a really good job. So with that was the PC4000. Let's move on to new, very special machines that I'd like to show to you now. So here they are. Come on in, Bernd. Okay, here he is coming in right now. We can see Bernd coming in on an HD 785-8 rigid dump truck. This one right here is used in mines and quarries all over the world. And Although the dimensions are gigantic, the driving comfort actually isn't that much different from, say, a regular highway truck. Of course, you know, the payload is a little bit different, and what we're talking here is a length of more than 11 meters, a width of more than 5 meters, and Bernd here can take a total weight of 188 tons. Hey Bernd, how are you doing up there? So Bernd here, when he goes to the gas station, he has to bring a very, 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 very big wallet, because this gas tank here fits 1,300 liters, so that's going to be quite expensive. So you might have noticed the stickers on the side. This right here is the 1000 HD 785 that Komatsu has sold to a customer in Europe. So right after bauma, we're going to wash it all up, get it nice and clean again, and then it's going to be delivered to a very happy customer in Germany. And this puts Komatsu by far in the market-leading position in the 100-ton class. So I think Bernd's a little bit lonely. Let's give him some company now. Coming in now is the WA800-8 to go together with that dump truck, and it's going to be brought in by our Peter over here. So what you see coming into our area now is a wheel loader. Offers a very comfortable working environment, a very spacious and modern cabin. And what our Peter here is enjoying is the AJSS steering, which is of course the joystick steering, and you're going to see him in just a moment. When now we have placed a video camera in Peter's cabin, so you can peek over his shoulders. And what we're going to do next is we're going to get Bernd and Peter in perfect position, and you will be able to watch a loading game. So here we go. Bernd getting into the perfect spot. And if we watch Peter over here, if Peter was to fill one bucket fully, he could take the weight of 312 washing machines. And if Bernd over here was fully loaded, he could take the weight of 1,162 washing machines, or also 62 Mercedes C-Class, or 14 elephants. I don't know what you'd like to transport. That's all possible. So here we go with the loading game. The added features that our Peter here enjoys are the auto kickdown function. We have the automatic bucket filling system. We have the integrated weighing system. They are, of course, just some of the many features that support our Peter or the operator here in the daily work and in the safe use of this very powerful machine. Bernd's taking a coffee break. You need a little sip of coffee, right? We'll get that for the... Oh, you have your coffee. Okay. Bernd here, super relaxed while Peter has to do all the work. Well, that's how it is sometimes. Okay, I think it's time now to move on. Yep. And we will be moving on to the next topic. Now, an interesting fact, and something that maybe some of you might or might not know, but we're going to change that now, is that Komatsu makes machines for forestry. That happens in Umeå, that's in northern Sweden, and that's where the Komatsu harvesters and forwarders are built. And based on our wealth of experience, we have decided to develop the WA475-10 tool linkage in Hanover. Here it is, being brought in by our Lars. So let me take a quick peek here around the side. Lars likes to drive with an open cabin for us so we can peek inside. And what we see right here is that Lars is enjoying joystick steering. Show us just how easy, comfortable, and ergonomic your work is. Do you have a cup of coffee also? No, no coffee for you? You have a in the back? Very good. Oh, water, okay. Very important that our operators have enough fluid and food with them. So let's put Lars to work again now. This machine, as you see it here, was specifically designed for this purpose that we have prepared for you. It is equipped with special lifting kinematics to meet the demanding challenges of loading logs at peak performance. The features include a newly designed boom. We have the special reversing lever, as well as the revised hydraulic cylinders. They all ensure an extremely even power transfer, and that's what we need when lifting out these logs here from any position. And you know what? I think Lars should be put to work now. Let's have him lift up not one, not two, not three, all of these logs right now and take them for a little spin on our demo area. Come on, Lars, show us what you got. Not a problem for our Lars. Lifting all those logs and taking them for a little spin in our demo area. Great work, Lars. What we can see here also is a very small turning radius, very agile, fluid movements. And let's set those logs back down. Komatsu, as you may or may not know, are also active in the very important demolition and recycling market segment. And a key machine here is the mobile crusher. That is our BR380, and we're going to bring this baby onto our demo area now. It is being operated via remote control, which you'll see just on the big screen here now, by our operator Peter. And Peter, as you can see, can multitask. He can operate the PC290 as well as bring in the BR380 via the remote control. What we see here is Komatsu's first 02 machine in Europe. And you may ask yourself, how is that possible? Very easy. Komatsu purchases the equivalent of CO2 produced by the machine every year for the lifetime of the machine. It is a self-propelled machine that feeds material into the jaw crusher via the vibrating hopper and then crushes it to a variable size between 50 to 400 millimeters. Now, what you will have seen here on the side is that our Lars already connected the water hose, and that is so we don't have so much dust now in the air. So I'd say let's load up this mobile crusher and see it be put to work. Come on, Peter, go for it. So the first thing you're going to see is that on the right side, the smaller fragments as well as sand are being ejected. So let's get rid of those first. And now let's go for it. So metal parts are being removed with the magnetic separator, and the separated material is being conveyed with the injection belt. We also have internal sensors at work here. So in case there is a blockage, they immediately register it and they stop the blocker if need be before any damage can occur. And this is quite spectacular actually from the shows we've done during the rest of bauma, is that, as I mentioned, we have the water connected now, so there's no dust and particles flying through the air right now. So I'd say let's wait just a moment until it's finished. Lars is gonna check right now, see how much we still have got. A little bit still in there, but I think it's looking good. Now, all the parameters for the crusher as well as the conveyor belt, they can be very easily read and checked just on the side, on the input panel. And then they can be controlled on the color display, and that's what you're going to be seeing in just a few moments. Lars will be showing that to you. See now, Lars is opening up the side panel to show you. You can see the color display. Everything seems A-okay. And what Lars is also going to do, he's going to switch to manual control. As you saw a little bit earlier, Peter was using the remote control to bring it in. So let's switch it up to manual now so that Lars can use the upper drive control to park the machine. First, of course, we have to disconnect the water hose. Rainer over here waiting very patiently on the WA320, which I'll tell you about in just a few moments. Okay, next thing that Lars needs to do is he needs to make sure that the pre-screening is stowed away. And close the side panel, and then we are good to go. And there we have the crushed material, by the way, if you want to take a peek. Okay, here's our Lars coming back up. Now, if you could just park it back over there, because we need our demo area free again. Okay. So, Rainer, as mentioned, we can see right here in the WA320-8. This is a 16-ton wheel loader with Z kinematics and fast-reacting hydrostatic drive. It is equipped, as you saw already, with a hydraulic quick coupler, and it has its place on any construction site. This wheel loader right here is equipped with, of course, the comfortable support system that you have gotten accustomed to by Komatsu. So let me hit you with a couple of keywords. We have torque control, we have smart loader logic, we have variable shift control, and that's just to name a few. They all supply a very ergonomic and also easy workplace for our Rainer, doing an excellent job over here. So now, let's clean up this area right now. An example here are our Komatsu dozers. They're well known, well proven. I would say they're even famous. And the example that we are showing you now is the D51PXI-24. This is a bulldozer with hydrostatic drive, a 6-way blade control, and integrated 3D control. It weighs approximately 14 tons. It's super light. Makes it perfect for a quick transport from one job site to the next. The electronic hydrostatic HST transmission developed by Komatsu and the Palm Command Control, they offer a very comfortable working environment on one of the most efficient machines on the market. Now, this particular machine right here has factory integrated 3D control, and what it does is it makes our operator here, our Peter, apply or remove material with millimeter precision. Also has a very simple and intuitive to use touchscreen monitor built in here. And by the way, the same 3D control you can find just over here on the PC290. And if you'd like to know more about our 3D control, we're going to put Bernd over there near the 290 to tell you all about it. But first, we need Bernd in action. Wheeled excavators, they can be found on many construction sites, and right here we have our PW100XX. It is the newest member of the Komatsu wheeled excavator series, and it gives us a little bit of a glimpse into the future. What we see here is extremely compact, it's super strong, it's very versatile. This is what the next generation of wheeled excavators by Komatsu will look like. So much happening here in our demo area. Now, the development of our wheeled excavator is not quite finished yet, as you can see in the stickers on the side, but this prototype already proves to be just as versatile as a Swiss Army knife. So let's put Bernd to work here. Thanks to the full hydraulic quick coupler, it can be quickly adapted to the job at hand with very little effort. All the required tool settings for the oil flows and the pressure, they can be stored in the system and very easily selected when a tool change is due. The further development of our wheeled excavator looks quite promising and already shows just how versatile these machines can be. What we see here are compact dimensions, a very low transport height. We are talking under 4 meters here. We have a very powerful drive, super strong when lifting and working with heavy tools. This wheeled excavator by Komatsu will be available at your local Komatsu dealer in 2024. So let's watch one more tool change. One quick tool change. Great work, Bernd. We'll see you a little bit later. If you have questions about our 3D system, please be sure to talk to Bernd, who's going to be over there on the PC 290 in just a little bit. And with that, I'd like to direct your attention over here. We have Peter in action on a machine designed for the requirements of the demolition and recycling market. Right here, we see, of course, the PC 490 HRD, and HRD stands for High Reach Demolition. Well, one very special thing about our new demolition machine is the method to change the boom configuration. At the moment, we have mounted the dig boom on the base unit, and Peter now will change this configuration to high reach demolition, and he's gonna do it all on his own because I will not help him this morning, and you're not gonna help him. You stay where you are, and he's not even gonna have to leave his cabin because he can do it all from just inside there. Very fast using the patented quick change system. So fast that we're gonna set a timer now and see how fast he can do it. He honked his horn. That's how we like to communicate. He honks at me and I set the timer. The timer is going now, and let's see just how fast our Peter here can change the configuration. Peter very concentrated at work already. If you want, you can watch this process from over here, or you can of course also watch here on our big video screen. And what you see in the top right corner is called a guidance monitor, and it will help our Peter here and show him how he needs to approach the lock system. And what he has to do is he has to line up the blue lines perfectly. Sounds very easy. It is very easy for our Peter here. You can watch this process closely on the screen. We are getting very, very close. So Peter doesn't have to guess. He doesn't have to hope. All he needs to do is aim perfectly. And if he does, and we'll see that now, he gets the blue thumbs up. The system says, yes, Peter, you did a great, great job. And let's wait for him to honk the horn again. The time, 71 seconds, so well under 100 seconds. I think that's worth a huge round of applause for our Peter right now. Give it up for Peter. So, what you're going to hear next potentially is a little bit of a rattling sound. It's totally normal. What you hear is the intensifier. And we need the intensifier because it supports the lifting of the equipment. Now, as you can also see, we still have the support stand mounted. So I'd say first let's get rid of that. And then what we're going to do next is attach the tool. Now, in the longest configuration with the mounted extension, the Komatsu 490 HRD is able to work with a maximum 2.5 ton equipment, and that in a height of 32 meters. And once we get rid of the support stand, that is what we are going to do. Here, of course, you also have the opportunity to watch it live, especially nice for our audience just on this side over here. Or you can, of course, also watch it right here on our big screen. And you can watch how precise and how concentrated our Peter is at work here. Very important information, of course, also all hydraulic and electrical lines, they were connected automatically. So let's take a look how it's going for our Peter. And he is ready to go. I believe we are now ready to go up to a height of 32 meters. 32 meters, how high is that? Well, we're going to check it out right now. You can watch it live over there, or we have also prepared a little bit of a video clip for you, which you will be seeing right now. Here it is. So if you are ready, fasten your seatbelts. Make sure your tray tables are stored away. We are going high up into the sky with our Peter. Now, what you may or may not notice is that when we're looking up, see, I have to hold on to my hat and I'm straining my neck a little bit, but that's something I have to do, potentially you, but not our Peter. All he did was just tilt back the cabin so that he can lean back and work very concentrated up, high up in the sky at a height of 32 meters, and that's a sign we have reached 32 meters, not in 32 minutes. It was, of course, a lot faster. So thank you very much to our Peter. Oh, here you can see the tilted cabin. You can peek inside. There we are. Peter looking high up into the sky. So while I have your attention looking up and around, I'd like to direct your attention over here, Hall C6. Remember, we have a couple of very nice exhibition pieces that we'd like to invite you to take a look at. But even before Hall C6, we have something fantastic that we like to show you. We have a PC 950-11 crawler excavator. It's brand new and it will be available very, very soon. So if you'd like to know more, be sure to check with one of my colleagues. So with the PW100XX, we already sort of had a little bit of a glimpse into the future, and now it's time to go just one step further. Komatsu has set itself the goal of reaching carbon neutrality by the year 2050. And in the midterm, Komatsu plans to reduce CO2 emissions down to 50% and increase the use of renewable energies by 50% to the year 2030, and that is when compared to the numbers of 2010. So to reach this goal, Komatsu is investing a lot of time, money, expertise in alternative drive concepts, and of course, electromobility is a key word here. So in this context, we're very happy to show you a few hydraulic excavators, all with electric drive in different sizes up to the PC 210, just in there in Hall C6. But you're out here. I need to impress you out here. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the very first electrically driven wheel loader by Komatsu. Here it is. What a great audience we have. Someone's very excited over here. And of course we are too. The WA Electric is a prototype under test in which the travel drive, the steering, and all the work equipment cylinders, they're all operated electrically. The quick coupler is still actuated hydraulically, and this enables us to control hydraulic attachments and operate them in the same way as with a conventional wheel loader. In the final expansion stage of this concept, what we are planning to do is We're planning to use a battery, a very powerful battery, one that will allow us to work on the job site for a full day under regular working conditions. So we're very excited about that. Hopefully happening very, very soon. So, dear bauma audience, you have been fantastic. We are at the end of our 30 minutes already. Thank you so much for being with us here today. Thank you that we could talk a little bit about Komatsu's fantastic machines. If you have questions, please be sure to talk to my colleagues. They can tell you all about the machines as well as the services. Thank you so much. And right here we have Lars coming in. I think Lars feels the same way as you, is that you have been a fantastic bauma audience and we have got some gifts for you. So thank you so much for being with us right here at Komatsu. Have a great day. Take it easy and goodbye.